What is up, YouTube? It's your boy AJ Adams, and today I'm back with a brand new video. Tried to do 2 videos in one day. I figured I'd put out more content as much as I can while I'm off work. As you seen in my last video, if by the time you see it, it'll be by the time you uploaded it, you'll know what it is. But it was an eBay unboxing. This video, I've done a few of what I have in my collection, but I haven't done a whole lot because I got a pretty good amount. I got at least over 4 stacks. There's a lot to cover. So it'd probably take forever if I went through all of them. At one point, I'll probably gather them all up and go through what I have. But right now, I want to talk about my Monday Night Raw collection. I have a SmackDown collection as well, but Raw was always my favorite show for some reason. I guess because I like Steve Austin and I like John Cena. And most of my childhood, John Cena was on Monday Night Raw. We were retired last year, so, you know. But Raw's always been my favorite show out of the wrestling. And they had a kick-ass theme, you know, across the nation. In my opinion, is the best theme by far. Second is A Thorn in Your Eye for back there in the Attitude Era. So, yeah, we'll get right into it. Kicking it off would be the 10th anniversary of Monday Night Raw. Basically what this is, well, it's Canadian home video too. I didn't know that. Basically, this is just an award show talking about Raw from the 10 years. This come out in 2003. Raw been on the air for 10 years by then, you know, 93 to 2003. This is what the back looks like. This, as you can see, the front. Just basically telling. It's got basically an insert. And then you have the disc. And then you have more of the matches and stuff going on here. I think that's a cool disc too. I like how it's clear. You can almost see through it if you really want it to. And then you see The Rock and Hogan and stuff like that in the back. So yeah. The second one we have would be my least favorite out of the thing. I thought it would be good, and I seen it in the store, and I was like, it'd go great with my collection, so that's why I bought it. But we have the Raw 25th anniversary. I believe part of it was in the old Manhattan Center, or what I call the Hammerstein Ballroom, same building, I believe. And I think this was also held in Brooklyn, New York. You had The Undertaker, you had Stone Cold Steve Austin, you had DX, and you had my boy John Cena. Raw has been on the air for, God, what, over 30 years now? 32 years? Something like that. A lot of great moments, y'all. A lot. If I had to pick a favorite match, that would be a tough one. I've seen a lot of matches on Raw, man. Me and my dad used to never miss a Monday. I think my favorite match on Raw would probably be I think it was Shawn Michaels and Kurt Angle in an Iron Man match when Raw moved back to the USA Network, Raw Homecoming, if I'm not mistaken. It is in one of these sets here. Great match. I can't remember if it ended in a draw or if Shawn Michaels won, but great match, man. They put on a great match there. They put on one hell of a match at WrestleMania 21 in 2005, which I have on DVD as well. My WrestleMania collection is updated since then, since I did the last one, so I might show that off too. It's been a couple years. But yeah, one heck of a match. I also liked Mankind and The Rock when Stone Cold come back and interrupted. Rephrase that. Interrupted and cost Rock the title, man. That's when they took over and WCW could not catch up. Unfortunately, that was the downfall of WCW. But yeah, Raw 25. It was decent. Wasn't my favorite. It is what it is. They tried their best, I guess. The next one would be Raw 100. The top 100 moments in Monday Night Raw history. Plus Raw 1000. One of my favorite segments. Well, scratch that. Two of my favorite segments. They're not matches. When John Cena debuted on Raw in June of 2005 as the WWE champ on the Talk Is Jericho. Beat up Christian and Tomko. And I also liked when the DX impersonated the McMahons. That was funny. Shawn Michaels come out there dressed as Shane doing a little dance. And here comes the money. Yeah, that dance. Pretty good. A lot of memorable moments happened on Monday Night Raw. Also, I'll never forget the time Kane unmasked and chokeslammed Rob Van Dam, who I might add were partners at the time. As you can see, some of these are really old. They got a lot of wear and tear. They've traveled from place to place, and a lot of these are old DVDs. You can tell it's cracked at the top. I try to take care of them. Everything I have you see is in a case, and if it's not in a case, it goes in a case. This was 2012 release. As you can see, that's the logo they went to when they hit Raw 1000. I might give this a rewatch. I like Raw 1000. I was in high school in 2012. Freshman, I think. I was disappointed John Cena did not win that night because I didn't like CM Punk then. Next up, we'll have the Best of Raw 3-disc 15th anniversary. This is a box set. This was given to me, so I did not have the actual case it come in. One of my favorite segments from here is Pillman's Got a Gun, where Austin beat the crap out of Brian Pillman's friends at Pillman's home and went into Pillman's house and pulled out a gun on Austin. And you also have Stone Cold Stuns and McMahon's. You have the monster truck where Stone Cold ran over the monster truck at Raw back in 99. In my opinion, man, the best 2 eras of wrestling, while I'm on this, not to go off topic, is the Attitude Era will always be number 1 in my opinion. And then the Ruthless Aggression Era. You know, I grew up on both. My favorite wrestlers, which are Stone Cold, Steve Austin, John Cena, and AJ Styles. They were my top 3 favorites of all time. Stone Cold does not wrestle anymore. And as you all know, John Cena retired last year. So it just leaves AJ. I'm going to SmackDown in February. I didn't buy myself a ticket. Somebody bought it for me. So hopefully I get to see AJ one last time. And I was a kid when I watched it. That's how me and my dad connected. So, in my opinion, those will always be the best eras of wrestling because I got to watch it with my dad. Another good match on here is Shelton Benjamin versus Shawn Michaels. Shelton Benjamin, totally underrated wrestler. So underrated, it ain't even funny. He should have been a world champ along with Owen Hart, in my opinion. Owen Hart's one of the greatest uncrowned heavyweight wrestling champs there never was. He should have been WWE champ in 1994. As a matter of fact, I don't know if Owen's on this. He might be. I don't really remember. It's been a while since I watched it. Owen had the first European Championship match. Owen Hart versus... It is Owen versus Bulldog, yeah. And you had the original ECW Invasion. But yeah, it's a pretty good DVD set. It's one of my favorites. I like it. Next up, I used to have the 2009, but I sold it. No, I gave it away to somebody. I've seen it. I might, if I can find it on Amazon or eBay or something, I might pick it back up because it was pretty good. But here we have the Best of Raw 2010. This is one of the newer ones. I bought this at the Big Lots down the street when they had it. This is also Canadian 14 for Canadian home video. As you can tell, it's in a lot better shape than most of these cases are because I ain't had it as long. And like I said, a lot of these is wear and tear. Wear and tear. But it's pretty good. This says when the Nexus beat John Cena. Unfortunately, it just, like, they don't talk about, they don't show the whole incident. It just basically highlights, which sucked. I was disappointed when I bought it. That's the only one that I was disappointed about, because I was really hoping they'd show that. And it don't have an insert, so as you can tell, it don't say what's what, which is crazy. But here is the opening. You know, you got the Nexus. I really like the Nexus. My favorite members was Darren Young. I liked David Otunga. He's not pictured here, but yeah, Michael McGillicuddy. He's not pictured here, like I said. You got Michael Tarver, Justin Gabriel, Skip Sheffield, who came back as right back, Heath Slater, and Wade Barrett. You're missing Husky Harris, Michael McGillicuddy. You have The Miz, Randy Orton, the year Shawn Michaels retired, and John Cena. Well, Michaels was supposed to retire. He came back almost 7 or 8 years later. You have Wade Barrett on the third disc, John Cena on the second disc, Randy Orton on the first disc. 2010 wasn't a bad year for Raw. I thought it was decent. You had the year of the Nexus. You had Streak versus Career. It was that year Evan Bourne did a damn shooting star press and got caught midair with an RKO. It's right here. Great artwork, by the way. I like the artwork. Most of these artworks on these DVDs are cool, except Raw 100. It's kind of generic. But, yeah, overall, good set to have. This next one is probably my most expensive one. Y'all probably going to think I'm crazy for how much I spent on this when I tell you. I spent almost $130 on this sucker. Crazy, right? As you can tell, like I said, it's pretty old. Not super old, but I can't remember when I got it. I got it at the FYE. But FYE or Walmart, one of the two. But I've had it for a while. It is the 20 greatest episodes, uncut and unedited Raw collection. The 20th anniversary of Monday Night Raw. One of my favorite DVDs I've ever purchased. It's got, well, I don't know how many episodes. I didn't count. I just know there's 12 discs. I think each disc contains 2 episodes. So, this sucker is nice, man. It's got the highest rated Raw ever. Had an 8.1 rating. Mania the night after WrestleMania. I think when Brock Lesnar come back. WWE takes over WCW and simulcast Nitro. Do Love interrupts Stone Cold Steve Austin and the original ECW invasion. But there's the spine. It looks decent. The front and top's kind of wore out. And there's the front. I'll pull it out of its sleeve so y'all can see it better. But here it is. This, shockingly, is in better shape than the actual protective case. As you can see. Here's the protective case. Here's the actual case. Spine. White and red. You know, I always thought white and red and black. Well, in my opinion, the best colors of Raw, the color scheme was the red and black. But here's what it looks like. There's the opening. You know, the pyro going off. I actually went to a Raw a couple years ago at the Yum Center. It wasn't bad. John Cena wasn't there, but there's Yokozuna. They had back in 93. No, that was definitely 93. That's the Road Warriors. Well, Road Warrior Hawk, he's gone now along with Road Warrior Animal. This is the 90s. When Austin stunned Vince, I believe it was Madison Square Garden. Vince, oh God, looked like a dead fish. He got way too low. Mankind, when he won the WWE title, well, it's WWF then, World Wrestling Federation. So yeah, there's that one. You have this is one of the last episodes that Owen was on, because he passed away in May of 99, for those who don't know. Jeff Jarrett right there. Edge right there. The referee, they're blocking his face out, so he must not have been cool enough. 2001 Rock. Now we're getting out of the Attitude Era. There is Homecoming, the match I was talking about earlier. It was an Iron Man match on Monday Night Raw. Shawn Michaels and Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle won the absolute best to do it, along with Shawn Michaels. 2007. That was, I think, the Raw. I think that was a Raw Anniversary Battle Royal, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, I had a brain fart. Yeah, 15th Anniversary Battle Royal. So that disc set also come out to support that. Raw 2008. Chris Jericho and CM Punk wrestle for the Intercontinental title. Triple H. The winner faces the champion at the Bash. I think, I can't remember who won that. It's been a while. And then you have, we're getting down to the nitty gritty now. You got John Cena. Raw, November 16th, 2009. You have Raw, June 27th, 2011. And then you have another one down there. That's the one where Brock Lesnar come out and left Cena land, unfortunately. But I'm gonna go out on a limb here. This might get a lot of hate, and if it does, I apologize. No, I don't, because I got my own opinion, and I got why I say what I say. I like the old Brock. The old Brock was actually good. This new Brock does a few suplexes, F5, collects a paycheck, and go home. I'm sorry, but that's just not entertaining to me. Yes, even though he's almost 50, but still, man, he can do a hell of a lot better than what he does. And then this is the end of it. And this is the back. Back and the sleeve matches. There's the sleeve. There's the back. But, there you have it, folks. My Monday Night Raw collection. I'll do one on SmackDown. I don't have very many SmackDown DVDs. I think altogether, I got 3 box sets of them. I need to get some more of that. But like I said, I have a lot. I have some from I got an Attitude Era collection. I got a small Survivor Series collection. A small SummerSlam collection. I got documentaries. Man, I got all kinds of stuff over there. But anyway, that's it for the other day's video. I hope y'all enjoy it. My Monday Night Raw collection. I try to get DVDs every chance I get. But yeah, I got a pretty good shelf, and I got an Attitude Era flag. If y'all got any questions for me, leave them in the comments. I'll answer. If you got a question about a DVD or action figure, if you just want to test my brain, I will gladly answer the best way I can. I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers, my followers, the ones that stuck with me. My channel is slowly growing. I started out with 0 subscribers. I think I'm close to 50 now. Hopefully I can grow as I go. It'd be wonderful. But I hope y'all enjoyed today's video, and I'll catch you on the next go around. Keep it classy. Peace.